charge?
Yes, sir.
You'll be in charge. You know who you are? You know
Yes,
who
sir.
you are? Okay, tell me. Turn to what page?
310.
Turn to page 3.
10.
10. 310. I'll be over in 30 minutes. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's get it done. Here we go. Page 310, we get ready to start.
Get ready to start.
No, it's not right. We're not doing that right here. Page 310, we read.
All right, ready? Premise.
For we are each responsible for our own conduct.
Philosophy. Drinking and drugging.
After the flood, Noah became a farmer and planted a vineyard. One day he became drunk on some wine that he had made and lay naked in his tent. Ham, the father of Cain, thought that his father was naked and went outside and told his brother. Shem, the defense, took a robe, gathered it over their shoulders, walked backward into the tent, and covered their father's naked body.
As they did this, they looked up babies so they wouldn't see him naked. When Noah woke up from his drunken stupor, he learned what God had done. Then he cursed the descendants of Cain, his son of God. The curse of the Canaanites. May they be the lords of servants to the descendants of Shem and Japheth. Noah said, may Shem be blessed, may Cain be servant. May Japheth territory be enlarged, and may he share the mercy of Shem. May Canaan be a servant. Noah lived another 350 years after the flood. He was 950 years old when he died. Principle, the backstabber. Who has the English? Who has sorrow? Who was always fighting? Who was always complaining? Who has unnecessary illusion? Who has bloodshot eyes? If it's someone who spends 2 hours drinking and drugging, what the spark of smooth takes the alcohol of seed. Eating like a poisonous snake. It's things like the soul. The other thing, you talk crazy. You still act like you should.
You gotta make them understand what y'all was doing.
You say, hit me, man. I didn't even know when he beat me up. I didn't even trade. Every person lives by faith.
Now, next week,
Some live by faith, natural laws, and some live by faith, spiritual laws. Many people live at the door of the possibility of which they never think. They always wish and wonder and peek through the keyhole from outside side. Faith never builds bridges across the shadows of the unknown. Faith can put a spotlight on the earth. Or define darkness and drinking actions for same address. Drinking can lead to leading negative consequences. Noah got drunk before he went to the sun. Even great people can do nothing and have an influence of alcohol or drugs. Bad influence affects your entire family. When we drink and get drunk, we end up doing some really godly stuff. To be drunk is to become in darkness in our own mind. Except that everyone else sees us out of our behavior. He always reminded that to regard his dad as our state. Real critical character flaw. Superior lack of respect for his father. However, it did not change the fact that his dad was drunk. Drinking is only a temporary escape. Pursuing comfort and drugs is only temporary. Really being of good and the root cause of your anguish and sorrow. Don't lose yourself in the pipe of the bottle. Be careful about the use of alcohol. Believe that alcohol produces nitrogen. Alcohol does the senses and can make a clear judgment. Drugs lower your capacity for control. Drugs destroy your efficiency. Today, alcohol and drugs is being self-free and self-development, or as an escape from life to the life like consequence of the addict. Be careful how you live. My mind is full of those who are wise. Make the most of every opportunity for doing good. Don't act obviously, but try to understand what is happening to you. Don't be high because that will be right. Fulfilling responsibility can be a powerful alternative to drinking. Being high produces a temporary
once said, a drinker has a hole under his nose that only money runs into. Drugs do not drown trouble, but cultivate it to make more faster. And that he never feels fit as a fiddle because he is always tight as a drum. Drugging is a hiding place of the weak and encourages the lame thugs. Drugging is voluntary insanity and madness. Drug addiction is a form of suicide. The peace that it brings is negative. A momentary sensation of total headache. Drug use is a form of death. First, the person drinks and drinks, then the drink drinks the person. Benjamin Franklin says, some of the domestic evils of drunkenness are houses without windows, gardens without fences, fields without tillage, barns without roofs, children without clothing, principles and morals advantage. The drug addict is a living corpse. The man who drinks down his sorrow is causing gasoline or any fire trying to put it out. Alcohol is a charge on first response to the face, then stabbing in your back.
You may be seated. Cover from the philosophy. What lessons do you learn from it?
Repeat the question.
Cover from the philosophy. What lessons do you learn from it? Yes, Tori. Yes, Ron. Yes. What'd you say? Yes, as a God. Number 2, what is the most effective drug abuse prevention strategy?
You heard?
So what is it? Say it again.
You heard?
Yes, Tori? Yes, Tori. How can you implement this strategy to benefit your friends and loved ones?
Hey,
Yes, sir.
you read it again?
Yes, sir. Say it again. What's that? Yes, Tori? Yes, as a God. Yes, King. What are the consequences of alcohol in a person's life? Yes. Yes, yes. Yes, that's fine. Yes, it's obvious. Yes, King. Yes, Lord. Yes, that's God. Microphone. You got your hands up here? Got someone else want to say it's God? Is your name Hezekiah? Is your name Hezekiah? What are you going to do with this information? Drill. You had your hand up. AJ? Yes, Caleb. All right, passage. What do you want to do with this information?
Share with my pastors. Be cautious.
That's what we're saying to all of them.
Oh, I want to stay. You got to be cautious. Be aware.
Bro, shut up.
Number 6. Why was Noah the great hero of faith, for example, to his son?
Repeat the question.
Why was Noah the great hero of faith, for example, to his son? Yes, Lord.
He was very calm.
What does the philosophy show us about great people and alcohol?
He's about to lose control.
What did you just say, Brother Nelson?
Everybody makes mistakes.
Yes, Mr. Smith. Say it again? Yes, Brother.
He got
What? Yes, Brother Tory. Yes, Keith? What is most vulnerable to drug addiction or becoming an alcoholic?
Your family.
Yes. No. Who is the most vulnerable? Yes. So, who? You said? You got your hand up, Keith? You got your hand up? All right, I'm gonna say. Yes, Brother Sweet. Yes, let's go. Come on down. Come on, let's go. Yeah.
What's going on?
So, progress. Is alcohol good or bad? In 10 years, are y'all doing alcohol in 10 years? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, a passage number 4. What are consequences of alcohol in a person's life?
This what? The consequences of alcohol, you can possibly become addicted to it, which turns into alcoholism. Check.
Yes, Ron?
Might do some weird stuff.
Yes, Gilbert. Yes. Yes, Caleb again? What you mean by that, talk to one?
Like if police come up and stop me, and then
Speak up, I can't hear you.
they're like,
Speak up.
and they use
Yes, Keith? We have a passage to number 1. What's the lesson you learn from this philosophy?
Don't let alcohol, shut up. Don't let alcohol consume you.
Yes, Brother Richard.
How do you know when you're drunk?
You don't.
So how do you know if you had too much?
You just gotta know your limit.
So how do you know what that limit is?
Just don't find out.
Don't find. So don't drink at all.
Right.
No,
Basically.
drink responsibly.
What does that mean though?
Don't overwhelm yourself.
How do you know when you're overwhelmed?
You don't have to.
When you don't have control of you, not yourself.
But you think you're in control. That's the fallacy.
When you get this. No.
When you get this, but you don't know you get it because
When you get
you're under the
blurry,
illusion.
when your eyes get blurry.
But you can't see your eyes.
I mean, when the house or something is blurry.
That's when you think you're drunk. All right. So, huh? Oh. So if I go swimming and my eyes get blurry, am I drunk?
Well, first you
They gotta connect.
Hey, bro. We would never be able to. We wouldn't be able to answer your question because we're under the age of drink, so we wouldn't know.
And so y'all don't have, nobody drinks your age?
All we've seen is movies, so we would just be based off of also we wouldn't know how to answer.
You never experienced a drunk person?
Well, I mean, we've seen them. Yeah. We don't know, like, say that we know we're drunk, because we don't know. We never tried it. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. So, are there temptations to drink now at the age you are?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it easy? I mean, like, comparatively speaking. To get, the drink, to get a drink? So what? Huh? In a bar? I don't know if you can get into a bar. That might be kind of nasty, definitely. We'll throw up in the pool. So, I'm just hearing that a couple of things is that we're at an age that we can't drink, so, we're not sure. One way to make sure is to not involve ourselves in that particular method, but at the same time, it is available to us, correct? So this lesson is important because even though you may not be legally eligible, right? But there are opportunities. Would you say there have been opportunities available to you?
Yeah.
Definitely passage? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
So what keeps us from not doing it?
Self-esteem.
Okay, being aware of this around. Huh? Well, I can't help that. We got more liquor stores than they have chicken shops.
Keith?
Okay. All right. So be aware of your surroundings. What was it that you said? Know the consequences of drinking. What are some of those consequences that you talked about already? Addicted? Yes. Yeah, you could die. Say it again. Okay, yeah. Committing suicide. Okay.
But how can you, die by drinking alcohol without drinking and driving? Yes,
Alcohol poisoning.
you said try?
Alcohol poisoning.
Like that scale?
You could crash.
I said
Without
without.
driving.
In one street.
If it ran over.
Yes, as it goes.
Some people stop at green light. Some people stop go at red light.
Why is that? How can you know that's what it's doing?
If you don't do that particular project, you don't have to. What we talking about?
Yes, ma'am. Wrong. You should say something?
About at 12:50.
Don't sell cocaine on the streets.
Don't sell cocaine.
Got your hand up here, Lou. Got your hand up here. Hey, Lou. Got your hand up?
Don't try to sell cocaine.
Why not?
Because you have to face consequences. Like if you don't make enough money, the other person is good cocaine might get mad and kill you. Do not sell cocaine.
Guys, I have a question. Why is there chaos? You in charge? Okay, let's keep the market. There should be communications and conversation. If we help the people, help them. There should be communications, cooperation.
Hey,
Hey, who's that? Stand up. What is your name? What? Brandon, stand up, Brother Brandon. How old are you, Brother Brandon? 9 years, that's a good age. I was 9 once, I don't remember, but I was 9 once. But Brandon, what kind of push-ups do you know how to do? Show me. You know how to do it? No? Okay, no problem. No, I didn't say how many, I said what kind. What kind do you know how to do? Show me what kind you know how to do. Let me see. Show me. Okay. Wait, no, come on. All right. So you know how to do this right here? And all the way up? Okay. Let's see how it works. Let's do 1, 2. That's good. 3. Get back straight. Looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. Stop. Yeah. So, what we'll do is this. We don't have a problem with somebody doing something crazy. But you're going to have a problem with what you have to do when you do something. Got it? All right. Okay. So, brother leaders, this is for all my leaders. I come over and you're out of control of your group. You're going to do the first 100. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Or maybe the first 2, because I don't know. Depending on how you do it. So, you can't learn if you're engaged in doing something that has nothing to do with the lesson. So, let's finish this conversation. You got 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
You got 4 minutes, sir.
4 minutes.
4 minutes left. What do you guys think? What do you think about the lesson itself? Yeah. Yes, sir. Watch where you going, yes, for Harold.
The lesson, what the story is showing is that, it's basically breaking down what it means to drink, and if you're going to drink, just know that if you're gonna excessively do it, there's some consequences you have to face, such as, being under the hallucination of it, even getting behind the wheel of a car and doing something crazy, or just basically catching some kind of disease that's done.
Yes. But Brandon, don't get drunk. Guys, hold your hands for a minute. I used to work for a brewery. You know what a brewery does? A brewery makes beer. What does a brewery do?
Make beer.
A brewery makes beer. What are some examples of beer? What?
Bud Light.
Bud, Coors, Mickey, what's that? What else? Red Bull is not quite beer, but it is a very potent drink. Slicks, Falstaff, Jacks, you never heard of those, have you? Right, that's because it's not, root beer is good, but it's not really alcohol. What about Miller's? What about Dos Equis? In Austin, you have several small breweries. And they make their own beer right on the side. You've seen it? You know what I'm talking about? So I know a little bit about making beer. I worked for the brewery for almost 10 years. I know every part of a brewery. In the breweries, they used to have beer breaks. You know, like on place they have coffee breaks. They have beer breaks. Look, bro, Brandon, here's what happens. We be on a break, right? We be drinking beer. Guess what we're at the end of the day? Drunk as a skunk. And I might do what? That's real. So what would happen is that they stopped doing that because there was too many accidents happening. Even if we didn't cause them in an accident ourselves, we could be part of it because of something we did not or should have done. So we stopped doing it. What I'm trying to get you to see is that drinking is not new. What happens to your brain when you do alcohol? Kills your brain cells. Yeah. You can get dizzy, but while you're getting dizzy, it's killing your brain cells. It's like drugs fry your brain cells. That's a way of killing. Alcohol kills your brain cells. Now, did I know that when I was a youngster? I did not. So that means some of my brain cells are dead. I can't tell you how many, but some of them. Thank God that your brain that way of replenishing itself for a minute, but not forever. So it's your best interest if you want to be quick, alert, and on top of your program, to not allow yourself to become inebriated. What does inebriated mean? Drunk. Okay, go with that.
Yes, Mr. Cobb.
Yes, you can. Okay, enough. Anybody else got anything to say? Yes, sir, Brother Brown. You might crash people? Yes. Yes, sir. You might run into a car and get in a wreck, yes. You might run a red light. If you run a red light and the cops catch you, what do you do? A ticket or kill. Isn't that terrible? terrible we got to even think that way? No, I mean, isn't that ridiculous? Hey, what is the problem here? All right, leave the book alone. Don't touch the book. Leave the book alone. What were you saying, Rebecca? Yeah, if you run a red light, you can get killed. But the reality is that you can get killed by other than the cops. You can get run over, you can get hit by a truck. But Nathan Smith, you have any experience at all with seeing something happen to a person when they're high? Sir? Outbursts of anger. So, you lose control of yourself. Yes, sir. Yeah, you're laughing like you don't have good sense. You ever walk by and see people who are supposedly having a good time and they're making a lot of noise and they're yeah. You ever wonder why they're doing it? Are they having a good time? Or are they in another place and don't know it? Just think about it. Brandon, your hand is up.
If a train is going by, if a car is still going and the train goes by, the car might crash.
Yeah, a car can get run over, you can get killed in a train.
He might get
Could blow up. Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, you ready to stand down?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Group, attention.
Good. Try it again. What are you doing?
Ladies ready. Group, attention.
Everybody sit down. Everybody's got to do is keep. When they call attention, you go to attention, no matter what else you're doing. All right? Now.
Group, attention.
That's right. Try it again. Okay.
Group, attention.
Very good. First of all, I want to say thank you to our facilitators. This is becoming a potential norm. In other words, we will do this on a regular basis. If I lead the class on one Saturday, then I will have facilitators do it the second Saturday, because you're doing the same lessons. I'm calling it reinforcement. We're going to see how this works out. I need something else done very shortly. But Nathan G., go next door and let the, are we out of time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go next door and find out where they are and bring them over. But Travis, go next door and ask Sister Commission to give me 25 more index cards. What do I need? Yes, I need it now. All right, that easy, everybody be seated. Your book reports are due in.
Hey.
You are supposed to send them to me by email. Some of you have not yet reached the point where you're using email. Therefore, you brought them in a hard copy. That's good. I will take your hard copy, but I also want you to learn how to use email. I need you to send them to me by email. How do I need your book report?
Email.
Keith, how do I need your book report? Email. I'm going to take the one you have today, but I want you to email it to me. Figure out how to use email. Does he know how to use email yet? Okay, figure it out. Do you know how to use email yet? All right, figure that out. You'll be taught. There's no reason that anybody doesn't know how to use email. Yes, sir. You have a copy? Copy of it? Okay. Email. Even the one you have, I want you to go, even though you're going to give it to me a hard copy, I want you to email it to me. Where are they? Go back and tell the ladies I need them over here now. Don't come back without them.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, very good. Glad to see you, ladies. 10, huh? Left face. How many left you got? So when I say left face, you only turn to one left face. Why are y'all still moving in the back? Let's go, y'all. Come on, we don't want any more dragging around. You're too young to drag. Left face. Left face. Left face. At ease, be seated. Okay, here, pay attention. Book reports are due today. I want them by email. Some of you have brought them by hard copy. I want them by hard copy if you have them. But I also want you to send them to me by email. Got it? Then, Progress will open our sessions and Progress will close our session. Progress will do what? Open and close. What does paranormal mean? Yeah, but what does it mean? Paranormal. Yeah, I'm with that. But what does the word mean itself? Give me one person who can read well. That's amazing. You know, I got a whole group of people that can't read. It's amazing to me. I don't understand how it works. What happened? Okay. In the rear, I take Mariah's hand. I saw come up far front here, and I take. Come front, please. Stand over one of those blue books. Pick the book up. Tell the group what you're holding. This is a
Dictionary.
thank you very much. This is a what are they holding?
Dictionary.
A dictionary. This is a dictionary. They got different names on them, but it is basically a dictionary. Many publishers of dictionaries. But this is a dictionary. What do we do with dictionaries? So if there's a word you don't know the meaning of, what do we do? Look it up. You never allow yourself to just not know a word that you're reading. Even if we don't have the time at the moment to look it up, you always go and look up the word. So, Mariah, you're going to look up paranormal. Hilaire, you're going to look up normal. Should not take forever. Paranormal. Now, I heard someone tell me what paranormal meant. Great for your words. Let's see what the dictionary says. Let me know when you're ready. While they're looking, I have in my hand here something that's called the New York Stock Exchange. The New York Stock Exchange. The New York Stock Exchange is an American stock exchange located at 11 Wall Street in Lower Manhattan, New York City, New York. It is the world's largest stock exchange by market capitalization of its listed companies at US $19.3 trillion, $19.3 trillion as of June 2016. The average daily trading value was approximately US $169 billion in 2013. Listen, I want you to start thinking in bigger numbers. $19.3 trillion. How much? And their average daily trading was $169 billion in 2013. How much?
$169 billion in 2013.
So the New York Stock Exchange trading floor is located at 11 Wall Street and is composed of 21 rooms used for the facilitation of trading. That means people are buying stock and selling stock. A fifth trading room located at 30 Broad Street was closed in February 2007. The main building and the 11th Wall Street building were designated National Historic Landmarks in 1978. The New York Stock Exchange is owned by Intercontinental Exchange, which is an American holding company. It also lists on the market. Previously, it was part of the New York Stock Exchange and another. Now, the New York Stock Exchange has been the subject of lawsuits, etc., over the years. I'm talking to you about the New York Stock Exchange because I'm going to ask you a very important question in just a moment. In 1817, the stockbrokers of the New York operating under the Buttonwood Agreement instituted new reforms, etc., So we know it was back before the Civil War, because the Civil War was in 1860s. When did it end?
1863.
Thank you very much. So in 1792, the New York Stock Exchange acquired its first traded security in 1792. 1792, when?
1792.
So you know that the stock exchange has been up and operating since 1792. You got this?
Yes, sir.
1792. Even though there have been wars and world wars, it has continued to operate. Here we are now in 2016. The New York Stock Exchange is still operating. There have been mergers, there have been acquisitions, there have been changes, etc., but it is still operating. So, the question I have for you is, what do black people produce in America that's traded on the New York Stock Exchange? There's one major thing they do in America that's traded on the New York Stock Exchange. What is it? Trust your mind, trust it. What is it? Yes, sir. I can't hear you. Drugs? No, black people do not produce drugs. Black people are pawns. They're used as suckers for drugs, but they don't produce drugs. They never have, they don't own them, they don't ship them in, they don't have any boats, they don't have any airplanes, they don't get drugs in, they don't have any drug farms. All they do is sell drugs and take drugs, and as a result of that, wreck their families. Yes, ma'am. Food? No, not America, not in America. Yes. Tobacco? No, not in America. What do black people produce in America that's traded on the stock exchange? Yes. Memorial? Not black people. Yes. Land? Nope, not land. We ought to have land, but we don't produce it. But hair care products? Nope, not on the stock exchange, although you do have some large companies on the stock exchange which own black folks, but they don't own them. Okay, yes. Food? Fruit and vegetables. No, that's owned by the large conglomerate farm conglomerates and large producers like Del Monte and people like that. Let me tell you, so we can stop guessing. And this is for those of you that are too scared to trust your own head. We're trying to free you from fear. Yes, please. Well, very close to nothing. Very close to nothing. Yes? I'm sorry? I can't hear you. No, kids are not traded on the stock market. Not where you can see them. There's a form of, well, that's a whole different discussion. Yes? What was that, sir? A dog? A dog? No, not I'm gonna take this last one right here, yes. Money? No. Let me tell you what they produce. They produce prisons. Prisons. We don't own them, but we produce them because we fill them with prisoners. There are companies that are traded on the top 500 in the New York Stock Exchange and other exchanges that do nothing but manage prisons. Can you hear what I'm saying? We are one of the highest traded commodities in the country. No, you cannot see it if you look on the market because you need to be able to dig several layers. But don't kid yourself. We fill the prisons across this country. Does that mean that we are born with a proclivity toward doing crime? Hey, what is your problem down here? All right, no more discussion. Sit in your seats. Get in your seats. Leave that stuff on the floor. Hezekiah, in your seat. Leave it on the floor. Leave it right there. Does that mean that we're born to do wrong? So how is it that we keep filling up the prisons?
Laws and systems that work against us.
Laws and systems that work against us, that is definitely part of the equation. Is that the only part of the equation? What's another part? Sir? Yeah, not being disciplined, but there are a whole bunch of other people that's not disciplined and they're not in prison. Discouraged? No, that's a result of being in prison, but I'm talking about what gets us there. The actions, yeah, the choices, the decisions we make, that's part of the equation.
Speak up, come on, speak up.
I can't hear you, I don't know what you're saying.
They want us to know that they think they're better than us.
Well, okay, so racism, prejudices, biases have a lot to do with it. Let's just kind of wrap it up. Sir? That is real. We're not fungible, as Pastor Jackson would have said. So listen to me carefully. The system definitely works against us as a people, but we also work against ourselves. So if you weren't working against yourself, I wasn't working against myself. That takes away a large part of the equation. Could the other part of the equation cause the prisons to increase with us? Would we become prisoners? Do I have to cooperate with them to become a prisoner? Is there any possibility of my needing to cooperate with them to become a prisoner? I can't hear you. Hello? So, here's what we're saying. If I took better care of myself, chances are I would operate in a mode that would never be caught up in the legal system in this country, which we know operates against who? So if it operates against me, and I know that, why in the world would I want to do something that would cause me to end up in prison? Those who don't end up in prison but were on their way end up dead. What I'm talking to you about now is stuff that you will not hear probably anywhere else. Cadets, you do not have to be a statistic. You don't. You can choose to operate at another level. You can make those choices. Freedom is a state of mind. State of mind. Stop operating as if you believe you're on your way to prison. We're not on our way to prison. Nobody in here, none of us are on our way to prison. Matter of fact, if anything, we're probably on our way to greatness. But we're not on our way to prison. We're not on our way to
Prison.
I can't hear you. We're
not on our way to prison.
Come on, guys, I can't hear you. Raise it up.
We are not on our way to prison.
We're not on our way to prison. It doesn't matter what the with the system to put me in prison. We're not on our way to prison. I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. Raise it up. We're not on our way to prison. Or do we have my words yet? Do I have my words yet? Let's get the books. What's the problem here? What were you going to tell me, young lady? Paranormal is not in the dictionary? Oh my goodness, you mean to tell me we have a dictionary that don't have the word paranormal in it? Nowhere? Could you find para? Look for para, and then look for normal. Okay, what do you have for normal, sir?
It says, conforming to the standard of the common type, usual, not abnormal, regular, natural.
Performing how?
Conforming
Conforming what?
to the standard of the common type.
So if something is normal, then it's what we expect to happen, right? Is that what we're saying? So I expect if I turn this microphone loose, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Why? Because of gravity. Gravity is a standard. So the norm is that it would fall. If it rolls up, that would be what? Abnormal. It would not be paranormal, it would be abnormal. There's a difference between normal, abnormal, and paranormal. Find something? Oh my goodness, what does that mean?
Para means an element appearing in loan words from Greek where it is meant beside. On this model used also with meanings near, beyond, aside, amidst, and sometimes implying alteration or modification. Or a combined form meaning guard against, used in a few words, parachute, parasol, to prepare against.
That's it? So what does it mean, para?
To prepare against.
To prepare against? That's what para means. Out of all those meanings, that's the one we come up with, to prepare against. Para. Help me, don't leave me out here by myself. Para. What else did you get in that? Yeah, that dictionary must be broke. Straight dictionaries. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what you see is a dictionary trade. Now, you notice up to your left, you see paramecium. See that little animal up there, that little one-cell animal? To your left. Okay, are you ready? Paranormal. She was getting ready to tell us what para meant, but now she's just going to give us paranormal. Yes.
Paranormal means of or pertaining to the plain occurrence of an event or perception without scientific explanation. And extrasensory perception or other purportedly supernatural
Phenomenal. So the paranormal activity is activity that is not scientifically based. Can I conclude that from what you just read? Right? I mean, is that in line with what you just read? Okay. Paranormal is that which is not scientifically based. It is not just abnormal. It is something that has no detectable scientific base to it. Does superstition fit into that? What about it, T? Does superstition fit into that? Hello? What about ghosts? What about vampires? So everybody likes these pictures about the walking dead, right? How many of you ever watching the pictures about the walking dead, or the dead this, or the zombies that? Never see anybody who's never seen one of those pictures before in your life. Never. 1, 2, 3. I got 3 people who've never seen it. Very good. I haven't either. I don't watch that kind of stuff. But I have seen the trailers and I've seen the advertising. And it's always amazing me, why are we so in love with dead folk? They want to be shooting dead folk. If I shoot a dead person, what happens to them? I can't hear you. So if they're dead and I shoot them, what do I do to them? Can I scientifically prove that there is walking dead? Even though you see it on television. So does that fit perhaps into the paranormal? I'm just trying to give you some dimensions so you can think about it. I'm done with that. You had that in one of your studies today. You talked about abnormal and paranormal, right? Okay, now you got a picture of what it is. So normal is that which is expected can be proven by standard. Paranormal is that which is not expected, first of all, and cannot be proven with the standard, specifically a scientific standard. You may be seated. So black people in America make a lot of money for other people as inmates, convicts. And there are some people who actually go around patting themselves on the chest about being an inmate. They think it's something to be proud of. When somebody's telling you when to get up, when to shut up, when to sit up, when to stand up, when to go to bed, when you can eat, when you can't eat, when you can go to the bathroom, when you can't go to the bathroom, when they treat you like a little dog, when they treat you, they're proud of that. That's because they've been institutionalized. They are believing that that's the best they can be. Well, guess what? That is not the best you can be. Can you hear me? So what do we as a people produce in this country? Absolutely nothing. Nothing when compared to production in the U.S. I just gave you the stock exchange. I use that as a standard. You see, guys, we buy cars and we spend much too much for them because we believe that that's our only mode of transportation, or that is a mode of transportation that we can use personally. And it is. And yes, we do need them because we have to get from point A to point B. But we don't make any cars. We don't make any cars. Matter of fact, you don't even find good mechanic shops where you can trust them to work on your cars that are run by us. Doesn't mean that we don't have good mechanics. It's just that we don't own the large mechanic shops. We might have a little place, but I'm talking about the big places. How many suit manufacturers or dress manufacturers you know of that makes hundreds and thousands of suits and hundreds of thousands of dresses that are black? How many do you know? Somebody mentioned earlier about hair products. And we know, what was the lady's name who became famous for being an heir because of hair products?
Madam C.J. Walker.
Madam C.J. Walker. Where was she from? What?
New York.
All right, y'all find out. Don't guess. Find out. So Madam C.J. Walker, she was world-renowned, she was internationally known for her hair products. Now, you really ought to do more study on that, so you can understand what was really going on. I'm not going to break your bubble, but I want you to do some study. Do research on that. Find out who was behind that, and where did the money come from, and where did the money go, and who actually owned what. Just do the research, and then come prepared to share it. All right? Hello? You want to say something to me? What is it? Oh my goodness, you didn't say she was born in Louisiana, did you? Oh my goodness. They got some strange people in Louisiana there. Thank you for sharing that. That's that technology. So, black people must start to produce something if we're going to be really a free people. We can start off by producing the food we eat. Don't buy the lie. Listen to me carefully, because we have made in America, they've made us into their image. Don't buy the lie that because your name is on something, then you're actually the one who is doing it. That is yours. It does not work that way. It takes more than just having your name on something. Who was the owner of Johnson Publication? Hello? Who was the owner of Johnson Publication? Mr. Johnson. Thank you very much, Brother Keith. Y'all want to ask Brother Keith any questions? Mr. Johnson. So, who launched BET? Johnson. Who owns BET now? Who still watches BET? Now, Mr. Johnson discounts the opinions they gave him in the bank. I'm just trying to get you to think. Think about this. Don't assume that just because your name is on something, that you actually are the ones who produce it or own it. Now, there is a way to produce and own, but that means that we have to come together and do it. If you want to own something, then build it from the ground. Ownership is vertical. Listen, look at me and listen. Vertical. That means from the root. Keith, get in that chair right there. Don't breathe unless I tell you to breathe. Just like that. Sit like that till I tell you. From the root, okay, breathe out. Then you get the seed. Then you get the raw product. Now breathe normal. And then you get the product. So if I plant cotton, I one day can pick the cotton, right? When I pick the cotton, I can then take the cotton to the bins where they're going to do all of the necessary processing. Then one day I can take it to the place where they weave it and it becomes cloth. Then one day the cloth can be cut into clothing. And then one day the clothing can be sold to you. And then one day once it's sold to you, I can clean it for you. And I can prepare it for you. And then I can tell you what else to buy. Now, where did I start? From the seed to the root, from the root to the fruit, from the fruit to the stem to the cotton, from the cotton to the weaver, from the weaver to the people who make the clothing, from the people who make the clothing to stores that sell the clothing, from the stores that sell the clothing to the consumer. And then even when the consumer buys it, listen, even when you, as a consumer buys things, as a consumer, when I buy it, I now have to keep it clean. Where do I take it to get it clean? The cleaners, or the washer. Cleaners. Now, in that process, if you want to talk about ownership, listen now. If you want to talk about production, true production is when you control all of that, from the seed in the ground to fully controlling it being manufactured into clothing, sold to the consumer, and then maintained or cleaned by the cleaners. Y'all got it? There are conglomerates in America that controls the seed, the cotton itself, the weaving, the cutting of the material, the selling, the marketing, the manufacturing, all of that is controlled by one outfit. Can you name maybe one company that does that? You know them, you're wearing their clothes right now. Yes. I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Who? Family Dollar? Family Dollar is an outlet. And that's where they sell brand B and brand C, which is actually okay. But that's what it's all about. I got a hand here first. Yes, sir. Walmart. Now that's an excellent point. Walmart is bigger, more than Walmart, right? Walmart was the brainchild of who? Walmart. Who?
What was the question?
Who? The brainchild. Where did Walmart start? No. Who? You know why this is funny to you all? Because ignorance expresses itself in giggling. When ignorant people giggle a lot. Because they don't know. But when you know something, you're too busy trying to do what? Answer the question. So, let's try it again. Walmart. Who's the family behind Walmart?
Walton?
Hello, who said? Raise your hands, right? Yes. So now, what's his claim to fame? What's their family's claim to fame? They own vast quantities of property, of land, where things are grown. Just a minute. Vast quantities of land. Not only that, they also own distribution outlets. So by the time you see it in Walmart, it has probably gone through several different layers, but it's all owned by their family. So Brother Guyton, one day you can have Guyton Mark. You can. You just have to set your mind on making certain that I own it from the seed all the way through. And let's say I can't get it from the seed because the property is already sold, then I should at least own it from the closest point I can to the seed. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You understand why I'm telling you this? We got to get free in this economy. Don't be fooled by what you see your elders do. Love them. But don't buy into this. That is not the way to freedom. We must be free through our own application of our resources. Let's say I told you this last time, let's say every one of you brought $1 every Saturday. How many people are in here now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So let's say, for the sake of the count, 35. 35. So if everybody brought $1 a week, how many dollars would you have at the end of 1 week? How much? $35. If it's 35 people. How much would you have at the end of 2 weeks? $70. How much would you have at the end of 4 weeks? Come on, think with me. Go with me now. At the end of 8 weeks, $280. At the end of 10 weeks, $350. So what I'm trying to get you to see is that, look, from your $1 a week in 10 weeks, as a group, you can have $350. Now you might say, well, that's not very much money. It's a lot of money if you didn't have nothing. How many of you got $350 right now? You got $350 in your pocket right now? Give me that phone. Who got $350 in their pocket? So, listen, when you don't have anything, then $350 is a lot of money. But it's not enough money to do what we want to do. That's why we have to keep pooling it. So the next time we come together, we take that $350 and we find out, is there anywhere that we can put that money that it will multiply so that by the time we meet again, it will be more than $350. Maybe it will only be $351, but it would have made $1 more than we put in. Are you listening? We've got to think differently if we want to get something differently. I'm done with this conversation, but I just want you to think about what it means to be free. Don't buy anything. I don't care who says it. It could be the President Obama, whom we love, that tells you, we own this, we don't produce anything, but we can. You can be the start. Hello? You can start. You can be the ones that start it. You can start a revolution right now, an economic liberation right now, by starting to think differently. What would happen if we would say, take the $1 a week? Are y'all listening?
Yes, sir.
And we would bring it, and then we decided we were going to invest it in something that trades. And then every week we would monitor it to see how much money we made. Think about it. Every week we would monitor to see how much money we made. We made it. Sister Pamela's daughter, stand up. I know you don't have a good voice right now because you already told me that. Do you know anybody who trades on the stock market? You could be the first. You could revolutionize your family. Why don't you talk to your mom about that? Pastor said, Pastor wants me to start thinking about trading on the stock market. You would? How many partners in here that you know, that you see on a daily basis? Point 3 people that you see every day. 1, 2, 3. 3 people. So the 4 of y'all can start talking about, let's see how we can put our little change together. You pointed to 3 people, right? Let's say that the 4 of you decided you're going to say, how can we put our little money together and invest it? Name, call the people out that you pointed to. Oh my goodness. So we got 4 winners here. So the next time y'all come together with us on next Saturday, I need a plan from y'all that says this is what we're going to do with the little money we can put together every week. Y'all got this? Okay. And you will help to coordinate this. All right? Good. You may be seated. So, I want you to start seeing yourself as producers. I have in my hand index cards. Index cards. Here's what I want you to do. You got 3 things you got to do today. 1, you got to make certain that the book reports are turned in to your facilitator. Then you got to make certain that you send them to me by email. Then you got to do your journal sheets. And then I want these cards. Here's what I want on the card. Keith, listen to me carefully. I want your name, your birthday, and how old you are. How old are you? You're 5. So you're going to put 5 right here. You're going to put your name here, and you're going to put your birthday. What's your birthday? Okay. So you're going to get help with that, but you're going to put it on here, right? Good. I want your name, your birthday, and your age. That's critical. I gotta have it, and I gotta have it today. You with me? Okay. All right. Come here, sir. You. Yes. Okay, progress. Send me a team of, matter of fact, all the progress. Male and female progress. Attend her. Now you get on your card right now. You get your cards. Progress. Try it again. Sit down. Progress. Attend her. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now you're getting a card. Come on, son. Get those cards moving. We're moving too slow with those cards. Let's go. Let's go. All right, I want progress up front, males and females. Progress up front, males and females. Come on, I don't want you dragging around. You're too young. You're too young to be dragging around. Much too young. We are warriors. You can't wear no war dragging. You know what happened to the last people that were dragging in a war? They got enslaved. They became prisoners of war. POWs or MIA. Okay, what page are you turning to? Page number 3 what?
22.
All right, you're on the 1 here. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for that. We're going to do vision, then followed by mission, then you're going to do the pledge, then you're going to do the code of honor. We added the confession, the affirmation, the prayer, and the victory song. You will lead them. Company, attendant, sit down, and guys who are sitting down. I can't handle that weak stuff. Company, attendant, very good, very good. Okay. Now I gotta have your cards before you leave. I want to have your journal sheets completed and into the hands of your facilitators before you leave this building. And I want your book reports either sent to me immediately by email or following this session by email, and the hard copies given to your facilitators. Okay, progress. Lean on. Stop. Never accept that. Sounds like a bunch of wimps. Let's do it again. Group attention.
Group attention. What?
Let's try it again. Group attention. Proceed.
Business. I am president of my safety. Business excellence. Business. Reading documents. Protocol as president of my safety. Business excellence. Pledge. I pledge to do the right thing, the right way, for the right reason, expect the right results, to live for others, work for a better tomorrow. Order arms. Call to honor. I will never be dressed for myself. I will never be ordered CCS like that.
Stop. What is your problem, guys? They're leading you, but that means you should be doing what? All right, let's get in here with these young people. Let's try it again.
I will never be dressed for myself. My family or CCS process like that. Word, thanks to the Lord, and morality is honesty and righteousness and godliness. I will very obey more principles that I want to exercise like reverence and respect those around me on politics and godliness. I will tolerate leaders with their publicists and more duty. I will honor and respect others as I expect to be honored and respected. I will do the right thing the right way for the right reason, expect the right results to live for others and glorify God according to His word and work for a better tomorrow.
We follow this with the confession, which is found on page 324. Confession on 324. Confession on 324. Progress, lead on.
CCW confession. I confess I am not fake. I am not a pretender. I am not a copy. I am the real thing. I am a person of respect. Don't disrespect me. I will not disrespect you. Don't label me. I will not label you. I am not profane. Don't curse me. I am not vulgar. Don't talk dirty to me. I am not a lowlife. Don't talk down to me. I will not accept disease or abuse. I confess I am a person of respect.
Progress affirmation.
I am the ancestor for the good of my integrity. I am not common. I am not dumb. I am not stupid. I am not slow. I am not a fool. I am not a loser. I will not be defeated. I will not walk by fear. I will not allow my success to define me. I love the great people. I am proud of my ancestors. I am eternal and first living. No one can be above me. I will the great
Guys, I want you to know collectively how proud I am of you. As a group, Passages and Progress. You are our future, and you are, just as far as I'm concerned, a shining and great example of what the future is going to be. Thank you for being yourselves. Thank you for growing. And for my brothers and sisters out here who are in the Passages group, you're of course much more advanced, but thank you. I thank you because you have been committed to a principle that changes not. Thank you. I also thank you because you're willing to invest yourselves. These young people here, the Progress people, to a large extent, they want you. So thank you for being good examples for us. We appreciate each one of you. Please complete your journals. Please complete and ensure that those index cards have your name on it, your age, and your birthday. Eddie, please have that done. When you're finished with that, we're done. I need your name, your age, and your birthday on the index card. I'm ready for you to bring them to me right now.